All right, happy Friday, everybody. And welcome to Relationship Recap. I, of course, am Crystal XO, and y'all see your boy Pajama Mo right there.
Pajama Mo, what's going on, everybody?
Y'all, come on in, come on in, welcome in. Yes, I am having some trouble. If you guys can see me, I am in a car in Hopkins, South Carolina. That's where I'm at. I'm in Hopkins, South Carolina at a trail ride. And this is how dedicated I am to us. I am in a car. I am in a car with after being sweated out all day. But hey, we're here and we're
We
ready to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville.
we appreciate you taking your time out, going through a lot. We get it, but we do appreciate it. We do.
No, well, you know what? You are a part of the host team. I appreciate you saying that. But I can't let the XO family down. They ride for us, so I have to show up even when I'm hot and sweaty and in the middle of a trail ride.
And I know they wanted to really get this show off. We've been waiting 6 days to talk,
Yes.
and we're gonna talk
Yes.
about it tonight.
Yeah. I think we should just get right into it because I don't know how long.
Yeah.
I don't know how long, guys. And I will tell you another thing. I used to live in South Carolina, so I know about Hopkins. Y'all, hey, ain't nothing out here but us. It's just some Negroes and some horses. And I just want to say something real quick before we get into Love and Marriage Huntsville. I I like to ride horses, but I'm not built for the country life. I'll say it.
I thought that's what you wanted.
No, I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong. What I like is horses and convenience. I don't want to be country no more. No. 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 If my hair wasn't sweated out, I would take this hat off because at this point I don't want to be country no more. I don't want to. I don't want to. Somebody said, what in the cowboy Carter is going on here? Well, Joda, I am at a country. You guys know I have a side business. And so I'm here with my side business trying to make the coins at a country event. We are in the middle of Hopkins, South Carolina. And that's what it is. I'm in a car.
Are you at a hoedown?
I may be. I may be. I may or may not be at a hoedown. But I just want to go on the record as taking back me ever saying that I wanted to be country or I like horses. That's what I like. I like horses. I don't like this.
But this is for the record. This is gonna be on social media, YouTube forever. You do know that, right?
I do, but you know what? Sometimes God to give you what you asked for, and then you realize it really wasn't for you.
That part.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So let's get into this. I saw Love and Marriage Huntsville early. I kind of gave some teasers, but now that we can, I'm not country. I'm cute country, but this shit right here, nah, bruh, I'm not into this. No, 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 no. But anyway, let's get into it. Let's get into it because it's so much happened with this episode. Before we talk about the show, I sent you a clip and I couldn't get it loaded tonight because I'm in the country and there's very limited Wi-Fi. But the clip was of Trish, Kimmy, and Destiny. And I just, I know the clip is online because it's been circulating. They're celebrating the return of this season. And I just want to know your thoughts on what you had seen.
I loved it. I think those ladies let their hair down. I think They understand this is going to be a new thing. I think everybody's so worried about Mel not being there that like these ladies are gonna hold their own. I think this was a moment of celebration. Maybe they even feel like some handcuffs or some chains was off of them as
Or going to be put on later.
they let loose, they cut loose, you know, they cut loose and
I'm
they
gonna
went
tell. They did. They did. You said handcuffs or chains. I think those may have made an appearance later that night. At least the way I saw things happening. But I also think I don't know if Trish is really attracted to Ken, but I do know that she is damn sure attracted to Kimmy. From that clip,
mm,
that's what I saw.
mm.
Trish looked like she was gonna rip Kimmy's clothes off. Destiny was trying not to be left out, but I really do think that Trish, and I'll put the clip on the channel later so you guys can see it. Um, but I think from that clip, go back and look at it. Look at it now, because I sent it to you on. How did I send it to you?
I think on, I don't know if it was Instagram or Thread. But here's the thing: do you think, because as a man, if you would see that type of action and you never got that from her when y'all were out, it might make you feel away.
Explain.
If you're seeing her being touchy feely, being very active with another woman, and
Yes.
think to yourself, I don't recall her ever being like that when we were out in the same type of setting. I didn't get that energy that Kimmy received. Do you understand what I mean?
Oh, so you're saying like if Ken were to be like, well, she don't be all over me like that.
Right.
Well, he would be right. He would be correct. Because I don't think she's over Ken like that. I think they had done some sipping, and I think the true feelings came out. And I'm telling y'all, in my opinion, Trish wanted to take Kimmy down. I'm just gonna put it out there. I feel like that's what I saw.
Hey, I put it this way: I would not be surprised.
Tammy says all for show. I don't think it's for show. I think Trish is about that life. And I will remind you guys, this is the same group of people that we learned in the in the in the reunion
The
that
limousine.
that there was a limousine situation. And I felt like, yep, yep.
Hey,
Nothing. And I mean, I'm not shaming, because I think, I think that
I enjoyed,
everybody.
I enjoyed it personally.
I know you did, and I just want to make sure that the XO family knows I'm not shaming them. I feel like people should express their sexuality however they want, but we're just, as viewers, we're just, I was a bit taken aback because I didn't expect that. But I mean, hey, I also feel like people should just,
Now,
people. Should,
was it? Do you think this was a private something and it got leaked out? This was a leak thing?
it was definitely more private because there weren't that many people there,
Right. Okay. And the reason
but.
is because they have different personalities on the show. We don't see this side of them, right? And I'm thinking they have kids, so they don't want to ever let that side get out, especially they got young kids, because college, school, that type of thing, right? So to
Yeah.
me, you leak something out that was in the private, I think that's in poor taste.
Well, but I will say this, as an adult, you know that whatever you do, people have phones. If you do something in public or even amongst friends, because allegedly that limo situation was amongst friends. I just feel like, as an adult, if I decide to try to take my girlfriend down when I've had some drinks, then I got to know that that could get out. I can't be, I mean, who was it in poor taste? the person with the camera?
I mean, I just think that if we're all here and we're grown adults, and that's why I asked was if it's like a private event, like put away your phones, keep whatever it is in your mind, and we having but to go back because you don't. To me, you don't see this side of them because people have kids, and they don't want that out. So why would anybody do it then? I don't know. It's bad to
But
me.
I feel like if you were worried about your kids and you're worried about it getting out, then you just really have to be a lot more, a lot more mindful, because anybody can, at this point, everybody has phones. I don't want to stay too long. I just did want to bring that up, but it looks like it. And I also want to say Tisha was not in the video. I don't know if she was there. I'm assuming she was, but who was there was Maurice trying to get in on the action.
I did see that.
Maurice was with the shits.
See what I'm saying?
I do. I do. Much like you who enjoyed it, Maurice did as well.
Yeah, but I'm not. There's only so much enjoyment you want to have like that with your wife around, unless y'all get down like that.
Well, I mean, they did. I do
But
believe that there's been comments that they get down like that. But speaking of getting down, let's get into the episode. I'm gonna start here. What surprised you the most about this first episode?
I mean, they pick right back off, right?
Yes.
I think the thing that surprised me, I don't think if anything surprised me. I was more. I will say this: what's the young man's name again?
Marquez.
Marquez. The walking through the door at the crib, like that thing. Like what? How is anybody letting him get that comfortable?
Do you think that was for TV? Because he also said that he came in with his daughter, but I didn't see the girl.
Yeah, and it might be, and that might be purposely why we didn't see that part because of that.
Yeah. I felt like I hope. Now, I don't ever want to accuse Marquez of being the sharpest knife in the drawer,
Right.
or the brightest bulb in the pack. However, I just can't imagine him, if they were not on television, just walking in their house. I just can't imagine that.
Especially if you saw that big dude car out there. I know you ain't walking now. It's like,
well, when they started to come to fisticuffs.
well, here's the thing. My biggest issue though was the alarm. It just feel like, yo, that's crazy. But
yeah,
the energy between him and that woman, I didn't like that. I didn't like that on. I almost want to say more of her end than his end.
I think she is angry that he's on the show.
Her energy, you know who I'm talking? No, not who are you talking about? I'm
Oh,
talking
you're
about
talking about her friend.
that's her. Yeah. That I ain't gonna hold you. That bothered me.
I knew it did. I knew it did. When I was watching, I was like, Mo is not gonna like that. And no man would, because it's like, how are you gonna insert yourself? Don't insert your shoulders.
Like she every right to. Like,
but Trish was it's almost like, this is what I believe. I believe Trish wanted to put her up to it. I think Trish likes Ken to fight her battles. Trish wanted her friend to fight her battles. She should just say whatever the hell she wants to say to Marquez, but she always like, I'm not gonna say nothing. And then she wants somebody else to do it. So she wants Ken to go talk to him. She was egging her friend on to go at Marquez. So I don't really blame the friend. The friend was out of line, but Trish is the problem, because you don't have your friend talk to your ex-husband that she's never met.
That's a good point. But her, oh man, I did not like that lady.
I know you did. I
That
know you did.
that was triggering for me, boy. I don't believe as a couple you have to answer to anyone but your wife. Your kids, of course, but your wife. But outside of that, that's where you cut the deck.
Well, I bet you were triggered by something else on the show then. Speaking of people inserting themselves into relationships, uh, Trisha's friend did it, but also we talked about Miss Wanda.
Oh yeah, I want to ball that lady up for ah, throw away. Oh, oh,
Miss Wanda was there in her pink bedazzled jumpsuit, and I actually thought she looked good. I thought she looked good. Because she was on the show before, and she almost got into a fight with Melody.
I bet she did. I bet she did.
She did. She did. And that's why Martell and that's when Martell and Marceau first almost fought.
It makes sense.
Because Martell was taken up for Melody and Marceau was taken up for his mother-in-law. But let me ask the chat this. And then Mo, you answer first, and then I'll read the chat's comments. All right. So you think that your daughter is being mishandled. What?
Mm-hmm.
And you feel like your daughter cannot speak up for herself. What do you think Wanda should, because I know you feel like she was wrong for inserting herself, but I feel like she looks at the situation and she feels like Tisha allows Marceau to make her look like a fool, because she did mention not only are these rumors out in the city, but our family hears this. It's embarrassing. And I mean, you got to give her that. That is true. So, and Tisha does not necessarily, which I guess she's doing what a wife is supposed to do, which is stand behind her husband. But at some point, that's got to be hard for your mother to watch. What would you have? What would you all have preferred Miss Wanda to do? I'm asking the chat and I'm asking Scorpio Mo.
The first thing is you said rumors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You coming to me with rumors. That's the first thing. The second thing is have your husband do that.
Miss Wanda's husband may not be um he's not active on the show. Now, the last thing I heard, she had a husband and a boyfriend.
But exactly my point. Don't no man want to be around her, not even on the show. Don't nobody.
No,
Yeah,
let's don't.
I'm going there. That lady has a bad attitude and she needs to calm down. At some point, your daughter has to fight her own battle. Your daughter's saying this in front of you, in front of him. Your daughter's not sitting up there with a black eye saying it. She's not sitting up there crying saying it. Live your life. Now let her come to you with something else and it might be something different. She didn't even come to you. You went over there. Mind your
Now,
business.
I would guarantee in the past that Tisha has talked to her mother about her concerns. And God rest the dead. God rest the dead. R.I.P. to Kiki. And you guys know I was not a fan of her actions toward her cousin. But one of the things that Kiki said before is that Tisha would complain to them about Marceau, and then she would, stand behind him when it was all together, but when she was alone with them, she would. And I would just say, watching their interaction, Marceau, like, to me, he gotta always be a smartass. But I would have. I feel like if my husband knows my mom cares about me, he could just say, you know what, I am not cheating on your daughter. I'm sorry. I know it's embarrassing for her. I know this hurts her. Like, he could put down all his ego and sassiness and just say, no, I'm not cheating. If that's the case, then just say it. You don't have to, like, try to be all, what did I answer? Well, there you go. We'll take that then. Like, it's almost like he wants the rumors to keep going. And that's not cool for Tisha.
But I think in his mind, he answered to the person he needed to answer to. Once you start answering to her, she's going to ask you everything under that. And he don't want to go through that. And I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying I understand not going through that. You're open. Once you do that, you're opening up the gate for other stuff. And it's just like, you're going to come to me with everything you heard on the internet. You just said rumors.
So let me ask you this, Mo. You have a daughter.
Yes.
You have a young daughter.
Yes.
Your daughter gets married, and we live in Atlanta, and you hear that he's just running it up, right, with a lot of other women. What do you do? Do you talk to her? Do you talk to him? What do you do if you feel like your daughter's husband is really like hurting her?
Well, in that situation, then it's a man dealing with another man. And we're going to handle it a little differently, and we're going to talk a little differently. But and I would say, if it was the other way around and I have a wife, I would tell my wife, I'm not going to get any answers from her because I'm a man that's going to be resistant. Be smart. Send a man in to talk to a man. That's half of the reason why you're not getting a response. Listen to me now. I'm telling you the truth. He's not going to act that way with another man. Because another man's not going to come in here with his rolling his neck and with an attitude. That's not how we address it. That's part of the resistance. Wake up, ladies. Stop. If you want to get information and somebody to address a man to you, send another man.
But what if you don't have another man around?
Then you done ran him away and you got a whole nother problem.
No, see, now you done took 2 steps too far, Mo. That's not fair. You cannot say
she got a man. If she got somebody that love her, then she will help her. But go man to man. I'm just giving you you're not wrong for trying, but you see the resistance, don't keep pushing.
So if a woman gets married and she does not have a father, then there's nobody to protect her. She just has to be out there like that. Because
you got an uncle. You just said she got a boyfriend and a husband. Where they at?
I don't know. I'm not one of Miss Wanda's confidants, but
I'm giving you solutions. You keep coming up with new problems.
No, I'm just saying it's not fair to be like you. Because how about when I was single? What if I didn't have access to a man? I wouldn't be like, Mo, go talk to my daughter's boyfriend. Like I wouldn't have put you in that predicament. But I didn't have a man.
But as a person I am in your life, you wouldn't have had to do that. I would have did that, finding out the information. That's the problem.
Okay. Well, I think that she was disrespectful because at the end of the day, that is Tisha's home. And most importantly, Marcel and Tisha fund a lot of her life. So it's like, how are you taking money from us and talking crazy to my husband? Like, that's wild.
But I just see how that lady was. She's a feisty one.
She is a feisty, but Tisha is, the opposite. So I feel like a lot of times you'll see a daughter that is the opposite. If the mother is tough, the daughter will be very, very what's the word? Like, not even submissive, like almost like
passive.
afraid to what?
Passive.
Beyond passive, almost to the point where she's not taking up for herself. My mom would say, you let people walk you up like a doormat, like that kind of thing. And I'm not saying Tisha is, I'm just saying that it appears that she does not take up for herself a
lot. Like I said, I don't blame her the first try, but if you get resistance, pushing is not going to help.
I'm
not mad at the try. I'm just saying, why you keep pushing on a door that says pull?
That's true. That's true. What do you think about? It's so crazy because I know that everybody is trying to band together because they want to make sure that everybody knows the show can go on without Melody, right? So you see that everybody is friends except Miss Nell. Miss Nell is the only one that's on the outside. But the other girls were not this close friend. I mean, everybody is just like happy together. There's no problems. We're all
But now.
in it
For
for
now.
now.
For now.
Let's get right to it. The elephant in the room. What are your thoughts on Martell just out of the blue after 9 seasons? This is the 10th season. He has been, first of all, Martell spent the first 8 seasons cheating on, well, first 5 cheating on Melanie, and the last 3 begging her back or trying to get her to be friends with him and da 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 da.
Right.
Now he is pivoted and just says, I'm going to give, if Arian plays her cards right, she may get a ring. Sir, where is this? It's not even a 360-degree turn. Whatever 360 degrees is times 2. That was wild. He just said it like we were supposed to just be like, okay. We're like, what? You done dated Sheree. You done had, and y'all they think that we forgot about him and Trisha hooking up, but we haven't. You done hooked up with Trisha. You done dated Sheree, all while you were with Arian. And now you want to tell us that you're putting her through nursing school and y'all gonna get married. What?
She is battle tested at this point. So, she won. Oh, she's in the winner's circle, in the winner's seat right now.
You a lie. That is not the winner's circle. He even admitted that he called her a peasant. He
apologized. He said that was wrong.
He said the only reason he did that was because of Melody. That is not why. He did it because he was trying to save his marriage at that time.
He's a wild boy, to be for real. I'm keeping real. He ain't never gonna marry that girl.
I think that Martell just does not want to be alone.
Or look like it.
Right. But she gotta know that if they're together, he's gonna cheat on her because he doesn't respect her. How could he?
Hey man, and plus that child support gonna hurt.
Oh yes. Yeah. But he gonna have to pay that.
That child support.
Ain't no getting around that.
Stay close to her. He just gonna have to be there and get what he can give, but it ain't gonna be sanctioned by no judge.
I wonder, let's make a bet. How soon do y'all think we're gonna see Arian on the show?
Oh yeah. I give it by the 5th episode.
I like that.
She's gonna show up at a party and everybody's gonna be like, oh. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I give you the 5th because it's like midway through because they showed her picture. So you guys realized she had to give her permission for them to show her picture.
There you go.
So she's coming on the show.
Yep.
Carlos is just slow walking us.
They better not pull no Ready to Love and stop and then just show like a coming attraction and be like, we'll be back at the beginning of the year.
They probably will because they always do a break. A mid-season
but that'll be the
break.
way. If you're going to do it, that's the way though.
They will always do a mid-season break. I think that I never believed, I've heard men say that there are some women that are just made to be side chicks and others are made to be wives and then some may be, made to be just, hookups or whatever. I never have thought that. However, she has completely ruined her chances of ever having another man take her seriously. She has played herself.
I wouldn't say that.
Really?
I mean, I don't think it's right. I think there's a gullible guy, like, I'll say the word sucker. There's a sucker born every day. There's a guy that's always think he can turn it around or not different. That's what I think.
Well, and I guess that'll always happen as long as you're pretty. If you're pretty, you can find somebody to figure it out.
But right, we talked about that before, right? You can find right, exactly.
Well, she's played herself. I think a good guy that she would probably want. she's just, what you don't understand is men are watching her now, right? So you have been Martell's plaything for over 10 years. And after he has exhausted every effort to get Melody back, and Melody has leveled up on him, left the show that she started, and is moving on with her life. Now you say, well, I'm gonna just, if she play her cards right, she gonna get a ring. Like, he has played you to the umpteenth. Like, that is a diabolical level of foolishness.
I mean, at this point, if he's putting her through school, like nursing school or whatever the situation is, and he's taking care of her, I mean, I'm not going to say what choice she has, but obviously she's dealing with stay with it, and maybe she feels like at the end she's getting something out of it too, and keeping the father of her child. Does she have any other children?
She does. She has an older daughter.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because if you notice, Martell said he was moving her and her daughter in his one of his rental properties, but
You think
and her
Matt?
and his son. But now somebody says she's only 34. You're right. She did, but I'm just saying, like, that's the fact that it's on TV. That's wild. But and then Tammy, I think, said no woman was going to take Martell seriously. Unfortunately, same rules apply with men as women. Because Martell is an attractive man, there will always be some woman that wants to accept his lies.
Or think that he's not going to be like that with her?
Which is another form of wanting to accept his lies.
That's true. Yeah, same thing. Same thing.
Because we want the person that we want to be right, at least for us.
And at that point, you're lying to who?
Yourself. You're lying to yourself because Martell has shown himself to be. I think there was an article that called him the biggest F boy on reality TV.
I don't know about that one, but
Well, yeah, I guess when you consider Love and Hip Hop, then
argument
maybe not.
bigger than Stevie J. Come on now.
Yeah, bigger than and Peter Guns.
Yeah, I mean, come on, we can go. Yeah,
That's true. But he's pretty close. Definitely the biggest one in Alabama.
and he ain't even, and none of those two dudes married anybody.
That's true.
Well, he married Faith afterward, but you know what that was about.
And that was even that again, that was her playing herself. That was definitely Faith playing herself. Oh, okay. Kimmy and Maurice. What is your honest opinion of Maurice pretend acting like he's upset because of your friend Chris's slickness about the NDAs? Do you think Maurice, to me, this season, I think we're gonna see the full BS that he really is.
I think for a lawyer, he wasn't believable.
Not at all.
He was not believable when she spoke that, and the way he looked and paused, and she playing and you did nah. That's to me that felt very very real.
Yeah, yeah, it did.
Like that to me, that's too detailed to be a lie. That's very like you don't just pull that out. You just be like we just they said they wouldn't tell or they wouldn't, but to say NDA, you know what I'm saying? I just
Yeah, I think Chris is kind of. I don't think Chris's hands are clean by any stretch of the imagination, but I think that he thinks it's funny, and I think they all do the same thing, but they throw each other under the bus. I even feel like the conversation he had with um, Kimmy's son was even more telling to me because somebody told me I was having a conversation today and about children. Children can pick up on if they're in the house with you. You've been in the house with this boy, and he feels like you mistreated him compared to your son, and he feels like Marceau is more of a father figure to him. than you. And I didn't really see Maurice. I would feel like this if it were me, and I know I'm a woman, so it could be different. But if I was with a man and his daughter lived with me and my daughter, and she told me that, I would first of all apologize to her. I would apologize, and I would be hurt that that's what I had done, and I would try to make it right. Maurice just seemed kind of like,
You said very well that even if you didn't think it was intentional, at least apologize to the young man. But I will also say sometimes, like, the uncle might have more of a connection, like more. I mean, you could try to bond, but you know what I mean? It could be like a sports team or they like the same things. So it could come off like they're more like, and because you guys maybe have more of a connection. But he
but
didn't,
I mean, the
is
problem
he
with that though is he said that Marceau. I I I, I feel like Maurice didn't, at least from what he said, Maurice did not put the effort in to even try. Because to me, if you marry somebody, you have your son there, you're supposed to go out of your way to try to connect with them.
that's right. That's right. That's right.
I
That's
don't
right.
know. I don't think I'm gonna like Maurice much this season, um, because I think he and Kimmy go through some troubles and trials based on all that was said between Martell and Arion when they did that stupid interview. There's still a lot of backlash from that, and Maurice was named in that along with Marceau. And I think that Kimmy and Tisha are two very different women.
Let me ask you this: if someone did what Martell claimed to have done to them, lied on them about this situation, could they get you to shoot and be around somebody that did that to you?
Well, I don't think so, but I think that Maurice and Marceau think they're so much smarter than Martell. I think that's why they don't mind filming with him, because I think they both really feel like they're just so much smarter.
Okay.
I mean, look at how they treat him. I mean, he got caught, and maybe they are a lot smarter. Martell has never been accused of being a bright or intellectual man. I mean, if they all been cheating, Martell is the only one that got a person pregnant and they had a baby. Everybody else, the person could have got pregnant, but Martell stuff just kept falling apart in plain sight.
Now that's true. So what do you think about his case? Because no one, he made a good point. No one's talking about him getting his case dropped.
That's because people probably know it's BS and he got it dropped because he's a lawyer.
Whatever it take, I got it dropped.
Yeah, but I mean, we know what it is. We know what it is.
I
I
didn't get.
think people just know what it is. I think the legal system works for people that know how to work the legal system.
Yeah, that's what lawyers do.
Yeah, and I think that's what he did. But do I think, because even Kimmy was questioning him about that, and he didn't really have he had no answers that made sense. All he said was, wait and see what's going to happen, because he probably knew he could call a favor in,
It's good to be a lawyer.
especially in Huntsville, Alabama. Y'all, these people are turning up right now. It is a hold down. It is.
See,
If you did not know, you tuned in like, hey Edna, I look like this because I am in Hopkins, South Carolina at a trail ride. I am in the car talking to you guys, but all around me, just know there's country action happening.
a boots on the ground.
Boots are on the ground.
Okay.
Um, let's okay. So we talked about what I will say this. One of my favorite segments segment was Tisha and her son, MJ. Because I remember how it felt being with my son when he was about to go to college. My son went to college early. And I remember he just wanted to be on his own. He wanted his independence. And it actually kind of hurt my feelings a little bit because we used to be very close. But, you know, when boys start going through their independent stage, they kind of pull away from mom. And I could relate to that because I went through that with my son, and you know, they just make you feel like you're being stupid for wanting to like spend time with them and stuff. They're breaking away. They're breaking away from the nest, cutting the umbilical cord, and it's kind of an uncomfortable thing for a mom.
Okay, I get that. I get that. I get that. That's fair. I get that.
That's the only thing I think that's what I really enjoyed. I do hope we get a chance to see more of everybody's family this season.
Yeah, that's what Carlos has said.
He did.
Carlos.
He did. He did. What do you think? What do y'all think about Destiny and Nell's son popping up with a baby?
Yeah, like and the way she found out.
Well, that tells me that he wasn't really into her.
How much?
It feels very much the same way that that she found out that Moses and Sonny were together. She didn't know nothing, and then she just found out. Destiny, I don't know what is going on with her relationships. I think she just wanted to get in one so she would have a storyline. I don't think he was really into her because she said she hadn't talked to him, and then he called her and told her he was having a baby at the last minute, just to like before it went online or after it went online. But the fact that he told her meant that he didn't really see her like it should have been a problem for her.
But she didn't seem too distraught to me.
She did not.
That lets you know it might not have been that serious to her. She might have even been somewhat relieved.
Why do you think Destiny and Martell haven't messed around?
I mean, I know it seems the energy seems to be there when they're in close proximity, right?
It does. It does. I'm like, it's just me. I feel like they got some flirty energy.
Right. That's a great question. And now that Mel's not, I don't know. But I hope that's not the case.
Well, Melody was concerned about it. I don't know, but we do see the previews show that Destiny may be dealing with another one of Nell's family members.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And the Mel was like, "You got a thing for the yeah." I saw that. I hope like it. So how do women view that in circles like that?
What do you mean?
Like if you're dealing with someone and then you're dealing with another person that was connected to that person, and then it's just like this. Do they feel comfortable walking in the room and being around somebody? Like,
I don't think there's a way to do that. I mean, I think that's
stay away from it this way.
Well, I don't think. I remember I had a friend and I did not like him, but he mentioned that he thought we should go out, and I did not agree. And then one day I met his brother, and his brother I was very much more attracted to, but I couldn't make a move. I couldn't make a pivot. Even though I never liked him, it's just the fact that he had said that, and I'm sure introduced me to his brother that way. So I just had to chalk it up to loss.
You got to just. It is what it is.
You can't do that with cousins, brothers, like that. Don't.
If you do it, you gotta do it right then and there.
You can never win as a woman. Now, see, men can do it, and the women will be stupid enough to actually like turn on each other. With men, you're just gonna get laughed at and talked about as
like upon introduction. I've had a situation where, I just wanted to come. I'm like, Yo, I like the friend. They were trying to tell me about one girl, and I was like, I like the other one.
But see, you had an opening. What if you don't have an opening?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because one of the worst things is you meet a woman and then she like you hang out with her and her friends. You be like, I got the wrong friend. Or I got the wrong sister. I done been there too. I
The
don't wish
wrong.
I met the other sister.
Hey, you got to get what you get and don't throw a fit.
And the wild part is they be just your type too. And they be saying all the stuff. You be like, me too. Everything.
So, do you think there's any way for Destiny to make that move?
And be respected? Hell no.
We gonna see what happens.
She's already halfway a villain. Unless you're gonna push it all the way.
She is, because we still have not. No one has ever got a clear answer about her first marriage.
Yeah, don't. If she do that, be playing. She gotta accept that. Don't do that. Don't do that. They're gonna be looking at her crazy. Don't do that.
I hope Carlos is trying to keep us connected. I hope it doesn't happen.
Don't do that.
So what else? So we talked about Maurice, Marceau.
Nell, her problems with. I thought that was some BS. Nell problem with
Martell.
Martell at the thing, and she just overreacted.
Yeah, I think Nell wants to be Melody's friend, and I think that because I saw her at that event, and
Right.
at that event, I took a picture with Nell and Chris, and I saw Arion and Martell, right?
Right.
Now, they were all hanging out together. So she wasn't, she just met her maybe, but she was cool with it. Like, she probably was kikiing with her because they were all having a good time.
But the pictures came out. Now she has to act as if. You see what I'm saying?
Right. I do think that the pictures, of course they're going to pick the salacious pictures because I think they all have been cool with Arion and didn't want Melly to know.
I definitely believe Chris did.
Yeah, Chris was. I saw them with my own eyes, so I know that they were all together. So,
but she overreacted to me with the whole, and I'm just like, lady, calm down.
Well, I want you to admit that Nell looked cute with her natural hair.
What?
Did you, when Nell had her natural hair and she was on the live trying to salvage her name? I want you to admit that she looked cute, Mo.
I can't do it.
Really?
I can't do it.
You just don't like her personality.
That's half of it.
But she's cute.
I don't want to disrespect that man's. Okay. Okay.
Let me ask you this. I saw a show, and I want to be talking about Heart and Hustle, but do you guys think it's wrong to compliment someone's spouse? Like, if you got a friend that got a fine wife, you'd be like, damn, your wife is fine.
You can't see, you started off with damn, can't do that. I don't even think fine is. Now, you can only do that if he just met her and that's your girl or whatever, but especially once you become official or his wife, you can't do
I said wife.
You can't do that.
Michelle, she said Nell did look cute with her natural hair, but I don't. I can't see the rest of it.
It's Nell's voice. Voice throws it on.
I just think that there's a lot of ladies out there like that. I think she's cute.
Older lady cute, possibly. But listen,
and we know that you're okay with that. I'm just saying. Am I wrong? She's not as old as Gail.
I like older, not old. It's a difference.
First of all, Gail is older than Nell. No.
You keep making it look like I like Gail now. I liked Gail maybe about 17 years ago.
You like Gail now. Don't do
Eh,
that.
eh,
Don't do that. Don't do that.
eh.
Don't do that. I've sent you pictures of Gail.
She
Gail was in her astronaut suit.
was an older lady. Anyway,
You trying to tell us? Are you trying to tell us that Gail couldn't get it?
for nostalgic purposes only.
Ain't no such thing. Not for nostalgia.
Hey, it's a
Not,
celebrity. I ain't even gonna say that, but yeah.
point is, she could get it. Well, what do you expect? I expect Arion to come on mid-season. Um, I don't I
Mm,
don't expect
what's the name to come back? We forgetting somebody, are we not?
who
Is she kicked off or is she coming back? Um,
Sonny.
Sonny and
I
Moses.
think Sonny. I think Sonny. Well, first of all, I think when they were filming, Moses was in jail.
No, I think he's out now.
Yeah, but when they were filming, at first he was in there. He was still in.
I got you. Oh, you
But
saying film?
they're not coming back. She announced that they weren't coming back to the show.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, we
That,
didn't see them for a reason.
that would have been a little spicy, but right at the time of filming, he was still out because he just got out not too long ago.
Yeah, he just got out. Sonny said that they were not coming back. They were not coming back. And
What
I
up,
think
C?
she's gonna. I think she is. So basically, she just played her. She did all that for nothing.
You know she still want a baby though.
I thought she was having one.
She might be.
I will say to all the women that are here, if you're looking for a man, you may want to look in the country. Just saying. I found one from the country, and there are a lot of them here.
A lot of,
And I also want to say, all these guys here from the country, they, I noticed today, and I mentioned this to my friends, the guys here have trucks, boats, side by side, slingshots. They own land because they don't spend all their money on stupid stuff like city guys do, which is just stupid stuff that does not hold its value. There are so many. I'm just looking at a bunch of side by sides and four by fours, and just of course there's horses, there's horse trailers, there's Winnebagos. It just sometimes you got to be careful. You may think that somebody that the people that show the money probably don't have the most money. Just dropping some gems for the ladies.
okay. I
Just
mean,
saying.
y'all what city girls a couple years ago. Now y'all cowgirls. I'm just interested to see what the next phase.
I'm just saying if you're looking at a guy that's buying sections, he may not have any land.
Not that demographic. We are. This is a different demographic. We not dumb.
But I'm just saying, like
These women ain't dumb. We in the club.
they are because a lot of them are making the wrong decisions. They're looking at the guy that's
I'm
in the
talking about
fancy.
chat. You said in the chat. I'm talking about this chat.
Oh, this chat knows better. Yeah, this chat. But you know,
Eh,
this on the replay, there may be people that are not a part of the XO family that see it and need the information.
yeah. So all you women that are sick of city guys and city living and all that, go on down to the country and pick you up a fella.
Pick you up a fella and maybe bring him to the city. I have one that's
Down,
in the city that came from the country.
don't do that. Crocodile D done did that. It don't work. Listen, stay out there and enjoy your life.
I say bring him back and try to acclimate him to the city life.
Nah, don't do that. Go out there in the country with that man, and so he could his boat and his 4x4 trucks and all the stuff that Crystal said that
But I want to let y'all know that I don't want to stay out here anymore. I can't wait to get home to my house. I can't wait to go home to Gun Boss. I don't want to be out here no more. No. Get one and take them back. But no, so yeah, Sonny and Moses are not going. I'm glad. I didn't think that you should win by doing something underhanded like that.
Who's winning?
Well, I didn't think that she should get to be on a reality show that she got on by dating the guy that she met through the girl she was representing. That she was working for. That's wild.
Gotcha.
Obviously, guys in the country are also fluid. There is a cowboy walking by with a bow on his butt.
Whoa.
I know, right?
Whoa.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay.
Um, no, my best friends are not mosquitoes. I don't like it. I want to go. I'm ready to go to my hotel. I was supposed to be in my hotel already, but country event started late. They're just now getting started, and it's 10 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock, and they are just now turning up. It is Brokeback Mountain, except it's black. I don't like it. I don't like it. But all right. What are you looking forward to seeing next week, Mo?
I really think that I'm curious to see two things. Um the Maurice and I'm not Marceau and his mother-in-law. And then the other situation is the Ken and what's the brother's name again?
Marquez.
Marquez, because at some point they they get cool or halfway speaking and they brace each other, and it's really Marquez. It's him. It's him and his ego, and he doesn't know when to quit. Like, you keep pushing this line, and obviously you get offended every time the brother says a real man, and you blow your cool, and it's this thing. I'm real, because you see where they kind of bump heads again in the previews, but I don't know how far along that is. I don't know if that's next episode or down the line, but how do they get to that point? Because they get to a good place, and then even the brother says, how do we raise these, and I think that's just for show. I think he wants his family back, and it's just hard for him to deal. If anybody needs counseling, it's that man.
I agree. I think that when he said it's not really about the kids, it's about him and Trish, that's telling, right? Um, he has not let go of that. But I will say that line about these are your kids, but this is my family is wild.
It is, and I also think he does know something. He knows her.
Yeah, I agree.
When he keeps saying that, and the way he says it, even when he said it in front of that lady, like, y'all don't, how long, he's like, how long you known her? 4 years. I know her.
And he
And
does. Anytime you know somebody from school like that, you do know them.
but even beyond that, I think he's seen the pattern as adults.
I agree.
Or where they go through something, they have this time, and he gets accepted back. And I think it's hard for him to believe he's not getting accepted back this time. And maybe she has changed, but that's what he's basing it on. What the pattern that they had.
I think Ken is a long-suffering guy. That's admirable, I guess, that he's going so far to try to make this work with his family by even welcoming Marquez in. I do think that Marquez acted like a girl, talking all that stuff and then looking for security when stuff almost went bad. Y'all see him looking for security? I was like, you better look for security.
That man gonna smack that beer. Tell him.
So yeah, but I also feel like there's so much there with Ken and Trish that we don't know. Hopefully some stuff will come out because I just don't trust her. I don't trust her.
Do you see how he looks at her? They sitting in the car, and he was like, because he looks back when we get married, and then she just has this look on her face. That man, I feel like the longer they drag this out, because she don't want to be there, she's just secure there. Security. That's what I feel. And Every time it's almost like she cringes or she gets small when he mentions the future of them.
I agree. I think that it's also Alabama, so we got to remember there's still stereotypes of some people feel like they need to be in a relationship, right? They feel like that gives them validation. So I feel like Trish doesn't want to be married. She wants to have a hot girl summer, a hot girl something. I don't think she really wants to be tied down at all. But I think she is also of the mindset that I need to have a man taking care of me. And that's why she's sticking there. Marquez, I don't understand him at all. Um, but I do think that he's still stuck on the relationship. I don't think that he has gotten over it. But I think Trish needs to be by herself. I think Martell needs to be by himself. Um, because they're both not in relationships, in my opinion, for the right reasons.
Mm. And we never
Yeah.
got that bottom of Martell and Trish.
We never got to, they just acting like it didn't happen, but it did.
Something happened.
Something happened. And I'm telling you, they just glossed over it. And now Ken is fine, but Martell is a sneaky bastard. And I feel like something happened.
I bet you something gonna come back up this season. Somebody gonna hit around. It ain't over.
Anna said Trisha is still dealing with the death of her family members. I tell you what, Edna, I got a video that says she's not. I got a video that says she just wants to be free.
Definitely for the freedom. Good for them. They let their head down and they stepped outside of the image they project to us. And you saw the.
And the fact that you are a champion, girl on girl.
No, girl on girl. They could have been, because that was twerking there and stuff like that. It wasn't just forget the girl.
Okay, I'm gonna just tell you guys because I'm gonna try to put the clip up later. But they were dancing and they were touching up. Trish was touching all over Kimmy, and her skirt was about to ride up on her backside. I think you got to watch the video again. That was not necessarily. That's not twerking. It was really foreplay.
Just filling up a little bit. But,
not a little bit, a lot. And Maurice was here for it. I mean, most men would be there for it. You know what I mean?
Wife and somebody else, 2 other women.
I don't know. It depends on the man.
I don't know if I want I don't know about that. Unless we started that way, we can't get that way in the middle and be like, yeah.
I did hear that Kimmy said that they had threesomes before.
Oh well, there it is.
Yeah. So hey, but I'm just saying, Maurice was in on it. Ken was not. I didn't see Ken anywhere in that.
He was probably sitting in the back wondering. He was like, I don't get this kind of act. Where did this come from?
He said, bring Kimmy over here.
Right.
Reroute this party.
Right. There you go.
Trisha, yes. Trisha and Kimmy. And then Destiny was just trying to hang on. She was getting some feels in there too. But really, it was Trisha. I think Trisha's probably one of them chicks that's more into other chicks. And sometimes strong chicks do, have those desires.
Is that right?
Yeah. No. Well, anybody that's real buff and,
No, I'm messing with you. Yeah.
Maybe having some little testosterone in there.
There you go.
And again, this is no disrespect to that. I don't think it's bad. I'm just stating what it is. We all know that there are a lot of Brittany Grinders out there. Now, don't get mad at me for this, okay? I'm just being honest. Y'all know. All right, well, let me get off here because I am, again, in the middle of Hopkins, South Carolina, y'all. So we have to end a little early tonight. But we are excited to be. I think it's going to be a great season. Expect there to be a mid-season break. Expect there to be one. And next Friday, we'll go ahead and get into Ready to Love. Do our recap on Ready to Love because it'll be back on next Friday. So, y'all, we're going to have a good time. We'll recap and then we'll jump into it.
There it is.
You got
Thank
plans? You got
you.
plans?
You had the stuff going on there. Thank you for listening to the card, showing your face to the people talking to us. Thank you.
I am showing my face to the people in a cowboy hat and no makeup on. Y'all know I love you. But, um, yes, Ready to Love. Mo, we'll talk this week. We got to do something to bring this back. We got to advertise it. And we may have, y'all let us know in the comments. We have a young lady from the Never Ever Mets that wants to tell her story. Do y'all think we should listen to it? Should
Yeah,
we have,
and do we even go?
hey, Mo, you may want to listen. We'll talk about it. We'll let y'all know.
All right.
She wants to tell her story. She has a story to tell.
Okay.
So stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed, and we will definitely. But I'm open to hear the story. You know,
Crystal, check out Crystal Monday, 8 o'clock.
Monday 8 o'clock, and then Monday at 10 o'clock for the um, King's Court, which I love.
And then we'll be back here Wednesday.
Wednesday, and I know you're dropping musical. What is the last music that you have reviewed on the Run That Back podcast?
The last thing we did, our drop was Rick James. Rick James.
Oh wow!
But next week, but this Tuesday, we're dropping Donnell Jones, his second album, Where I Want to Be.
Oh man! Oh man!
That
I need to.
we've been recording that, but we're dropping that Tuesday.
I gotta check that out because that song I feel like was it was definitely it definitely was an eye-opening record for women. Yes, this is a lady from the Never Ever Mets. It's a lady who had a kid. No, it's not Charlie. It's not Charlie. I'll say that. Y'all have to make sure you're subscribed so she'll get the alert. You'll know who it is. It'll be next week.
There it is.
And we'll go from there. All right, y'all. Well, I love y'all for watching. Please like this before you leave. Have a
Yes.
great weekend. Have some fun. Love on your family members and just enjoy yourself this weekend. I will see you on Monday. We will see you on Wednesday. Y'all be safe.
You be safe too.
I'll try. I want to go home.
Guys. All right.